This is a special group. These young men, most of them, sat on this stage last year. And every one of them took advantage of a hell of an opportunity in front of them. When everybody in the country, I didn't have one guy, not even our very own David Pollock, that said this group would even make the playoffs. They had something different in mind. I want to take an opportunity here to thank several groups, okay? First of all, I want anybody that's in these players' families, their parents, their aunts, uncles, their guardians to take a stand. The players' families, please stand up. All these players' families, all of us, give it up for them. Unbelievable group of parents to support these young men. Thank you guys. They travel like our fans travel. They go where we go. And a couple of moments stick out to me in this season that I want to share. The first is in Atlanta where it all started. Right there against Oregon. What an unbelievable atmosphere. Got to play in our home stadium there at Mercedes-Benz 3 times. Unbelievable atmosphere to play there. And then to these players, the guys sitting listening, and they know who they are. What an environment we went into, and probably didn't play our best game in Columbia, Missouri. But the look on their eyes at halftime, I'll never forget that locker room, walking in, a lot of guys shell-shocked, losing in a game we probably shouldn't have been losing in, and every one of them believed. Every one of them believed. Guys stuck out in that second half. I'll never forget Kenny McIntosh, injured, hardly practiced that week, deep thigh bruise, carrying the ball repeatedly, running through people, and putting the offense on his shoulders and making plays. I got another one for you. You know, a lot of doubt starting to creep in for a big home game that was brewing. And it was right after one of our biggest rivals. We go to Jacksonville, we come back here to play, and you guys, the people in these stands, were elite for that game. Guess what? Made it electric, took over the stadium, did an incredible job. We had a guy that got defensive player of the game in that game. You know, he didn't have to come back. He's going to be a first-round pick. He's going to probably be a top 10 pick, maybe a top 5 pick, but he elected to come back and play in that game because of the love he has for his brothers. Jalen Carter, thank you so much for that. So many of these seniors and guys that are going to be departing this team meant so much to this team. And you know, I like to thank so many people, and I like to tell a brief story. But you know, after the national championship game, my wife came running on the field. She found me, gave me a big hug and a kiss, and I was fired up. And she said, "Why did you worry so much for 10 days? This was going to be so easy." And I said, "I didn't know it was going to be like this." Okay. We got the opportunity to honor a lot of our seniors and a lot of our defensive players that walked off that field, offense and defense, with the way they played and the way they carried themselves as Georgia football players. But it meant so much to me, and I know these players will always remember it. I'll always remember it. We had a Friday meeting in Atlanta before we played Ohio State, and I heard several players stand up and talk about what this team meant to them and what the connection meant to them and how much they had been through in their careers here. Some of them 4th and 5th year guys. And I was sitting on the side kind of watching it all, and I really got emotional, and it really hit me. And when I went up to go talk to the team, you know, I lost it a little bit, and someone still picked at me today because I teared up a little bit and cried because they've meant so much. They've been through so much to see guys grow from the time they arrived here, like a Chris Smith, a Warren McClendon. All these guys have given body parts and given injuries to this program. It means so much. So I want one more round of applause for this team. So our staff, guys, and I know you heard it all throughout the year, our staff, we lost 4 coaches off last year's staff, a lot of support staff people, staff members. And this staff is one of the most incredible staffs. They've sacrificed time away from their families. Their wives raise their children. They're not able to be there with them all the time. They spend a lot of time with our players, it's their own, more than they do with their own kids. And I'd like to take an opportunity for all our staff's families, the staff's wives, the staff kids, and our staff. Please stand up. The staff is incredible. Stand up where you are. Get up. They do an incredible job. They sacrifice their husbands, and they sacrifice time to be away from home for these players in this university. It means a ton to me. I'd also like to thank our administration, Josh Brooks, President Moorhead, for tremendous support. What we've been able to do here and we continue to do behind us is progress. Progress gives us an opportunity to continue the success. I've told every freshman that's come into our place, you don't inherit greatness. You don't inherit this. You've come into a special place, a place that cares about football. These fans turn out all the time. They travel all over the country. But you don't inherit that. You work for it. You earn it. And that's what this team did over the last year. They earned every single victory along the way. And it was hard. And it was tough. And they did it the right way. So I want to leave you with one good, easy thought. I talked to somebody this morning about this, and I thought, what a great way to leave this. You know, peak performance, we all try to have, right? It's easy to try to have peak performance, but that's easy. Achieving success is hard. It's really hard. Sustaining success is even harder. So the success we had last year and the ability to win the first national championship in 40-something years, that's really hard, okay? Being able to sustain it is much harder. Translation for anybody out there, you can have a good day. Many people can find a way to accomplish something of note, but only a select few can maintain a true standard of excellence. And that's what this group has done and has really been remarkable in what their journey and their progress. Winning takes talent. Winning takes talent. The great John Wooden said, winning takes talent. But to repeat, it takes character. And these men have character. A special thanks to Bulldog Nation. We love it here. Our family loves it here. And we can't wait to see what lies ahead